Okay, fine. Yeah, now I'm not seeing your chat box. Okay, so anybody can work as an admin and translate the things which are there in the chat box if at all they are there. In between, also, I'll give you some time for questions. Okay, so not to worry about that. Now, this was what I was starting with, and each protein has unique structure. Now, you have amino acid sequence. The protein is produced when it is transcribed from the gene and then it is translated into the protein sequence. Now, this protein sequence is then, as it is formed, actually, it starts folding. So, how it folds is a huge mystery. Let us spend some 5 or 10 minutes on this part because in this era of molecular biology and proteomics and bioinformatics, we are so clear about so many things which we were not earlier. But there are so many things which we have found that we do not know, and it's so difficult for us to know. One of such things is the folding. We know about proteins, we know all about amino acids, how the proteins work, their structure, this and that. A lot of mechanisms are understood, but we are still not having a clear idea of how the folding takes place. So there is a sequence and it folds. It's a big problem for us to understand how it does. And it's so important. If we can know this, we can know so many things. Like the sequence, structure, and function, this is how the story goes. There is a sequence, it folds into a particular structure, and then that structure is required to do a particular function. Now, I am asking you a simple question. In order to perform a function, what does a protein require? What is the need, sequence or structure? You may answer this.
Structure.
Structure is required, sequence is not required.
Both are required.
Both
Both
are
are
needed.
required.
Both are needed. Sequence is needed or structure
Yes,
is needed, or both are needed.
both are
If
needed.
sequence is there, then only structure.
Both are required.
Both are required.
Sequence is
If I
required.
say only sequence is required, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
No,
Only sequence?
Sequence.
No.
sir.
No.
no,
Okay.
sir.
If I say only structure is
Sir,
needed,
only sequence is required, sir.
only sequence, no
Sequence is
structure is
required, I think.
required. So if the
structure
sequence folds in,
Yes, sir. Both,
how
sir,
many
both.
different ways a sequence can fold? See,
Sir,
there are
sir,
n number of ways. We'll see next slide also. How many different ways a sequence can fold into a structure? Okay, so that many structures can be generated out.
Primarily alpha helical.
So that many structures can be generated out of one sequence. So if structure is any structure, will the function happen?
No.
No.
If it is in biological form, that is
Okay, so if a
fourth
structure is there,
quaternary, then only function.
if you have a sequence, if you have a different sequence,
There is
will it do the same
structure, the
function?
proteins will function. Yes, sir. Same
So
sequence
if
will
a
function as
sequence,
an enzyme.
if a sequence is different
Provided the
sequence,
protein is in structure.
That again,
if a sequence,
sequence is
a different
different.
sequence. Now listen to the question first. If a sequence is different sequence, will the function be done?
Never, sir.
Yes.
I request all of you
No,
to give
sir.
very
Yes.
short answers, okay, so that
No,
Never, never.
overlap each other. Yes, no. No?
No,
If the
no,
sequence
sir.
is different.
No, the function will differ.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh,
No, sir.
once
No.
there is yes and no, both answers are given, then no need for others to repeat. Okay. So sequence is there, somebody says yes. If you change the sequence, yet the same function can be done. Other person says no. Now, if a sequence is different, but somehow it manages to fold
Yes, sir.
into the same structure, can it do the function?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir,
Is
sir,
there anybody who
one
says
second.
no? If there is a,
I think
if the
yes, sir.
sequence is different,
Yes, sir.
listen,
No.
if
No,
the
not
sequence is
possible.
different, but somehow it manages to produce the same structure, it folds into the same structure, will the function be done?
Yes, as an
It is
analog.
same. No, sir. No.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
For function, entire structure is not required. Only part of structure is responsible for function, and rest of the
Okay,
things are
so-
just.
Yeah. Okay, agree. So if the sequence is different,
Then the function
However-
function is remain with the protein with altered
Only
sequence.
only
If it-
sister.
those alterations are in other part of
sir,
the
I
sequence.
understood. Now listen to me. Yeah, please prefer short answers. Don't give long explanations because we are going in the form of a question answer type thing because it will make people active.
Yes, sir.
Now see, part of the structure is required. Agreed. So if the sequence is different, but still that part of the structure which is associated with the function, if that part manages to get that structure in place, then will it do the function?
Sir, please repeat
Yes.
once.
Yes.
Sequence is different. Sequence is different. That part of the structure which is required for function, that folds properly. Will it do the function?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did folds,
So
sir.
now when I am asking, listen to this question very clearly. What is needed for function? Sequence or structure?
Sir, I think structure.
Structure.
Sequence is not
Sequence,
needed.
sequence, yeah, both are required because, sir, suppose if I talk about some enzymes, each enzymes for its proper functioning have got an active site, right? And in the active site, there are a few residues with which the enzyme form complex with the substrate to form ES complex, right? Now, if I think about that, whether the sequence is important, yes, it is important because to bind to form covalent bond with the substrate, and as well as the function is also required because in the active site there are certain crevices according to lock and key or induced speed hypothesis. There are certain 3D structures within which the enzyme get attached with the or form complex with the substrate. So I think that both are required.
Okay. So sequence is needed and structure is also needed.
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
there a
sir.
small change in the sequence? And yet it folds into the same structure. Will the function be done?
Sir, once
Yes,
again, sir.
function may retain.
I
So
don't
is there anybody who wants to say sequences both are not needed? But then
Both are needed, sir. In lock and key method.
agreed, वो तो
As well as the
वो सब लोग बोल रहे हैं, कोई ऐसा है जो ऐसा बोलता है कि सीक्वेंस नहीं चाहिए, खाली स्ट्रक्चर चाहिए.
No.
Sequence, the structure may also changes.
Now if I ask you the same thing in a different way, that if there is change in the sequence, the structure is disturbed, the active site or binding site that is disturbed,
sir.
and therefore sequence is required for the structure and the structure is required for the function. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you have agreed to one thing,
Yes,
that
sir.
sequence is needed for structure and structure is needed for function.
Yes, sir, we are agreeing.
Yes, sir.
But then earlier you were telling that both are needed for function.
Sir, actually what happens if the sequence gets changed, the mutation happens, even in the case of
Agreed.
thalassemia
Now,
or any
for
other
this-
disease.
in these two statements now, sequence and structure both are needed for function. That is one statement. Another statement is sequence is needed for structure and structure is needed for function. Do you agree with both or you agree with second one?
So last one, yes, sir. Sequence depends, means structure depends on
Second one,
sequence and function depends on structure.
तो फंक्शन के लिए सीक्वेंस नहीं चाहिए, स्ट्रक्चर के लिए सीक्वेंस चाहिए. Do you agree with
Sir,
this?
structure is an intermediate, sir. You cannot direct relate. Of course,
Yeah.
sequence is required for function.
Exactly. So sequence, if you have a proper sequence, it will fold into a proper structure. And if there is proper structure, there will be proper function.
Yes, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Sequence
Yes, sir, agree.
changes.
Agree, sir.
if there is a proper sequence, it folds into a proper structure. If there is a proper structure, it will deliver a proper function. Agreed?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Agree, sir? Yes, sir.
Yes,
So let us go back to the first statement then.
But actually, the thing is, there are many cases where different sequences can fold into the same structure. So sometimes
Yeah,
that also
true.
happens. So,
Yeah, then both, see, in that case, both
So-
sequences are proper sequences.
So yes. So the thing is, I mean, it's like it's important to
Whatever
have
it
the
is,
sequence.
sir, whatever it is, you call it as a proper sequence. Okay.
Get you.
So a proper sequence folds into a proper structure, and proper structure delivers proper function. Agreed?
Yes.
So when we say
Yes.
both are required for function,
Yes, sir.
how far it is true?
It is partially true, I would say.
It is partially true because structure is needed. What you need is structure, not the sequence. आपको फंक्शन के लिए स्ट्रक्चर चाहिए. ये अलग बात है कि स्ट्रक्चर को अपने लिए सीक्वेंस चाहिए.
बन सकता ना सर. Without
Okay,
sequence, you cannot
so-
form a structure.
So without
स्ट्रक्चर बनने के लिए सीक्वेंस भी सही होना चाहिए ना सर.
हाँ, so सीक्वेंस स्ट्रक्चर के लिए चाहिए, फंक्शन के लिए नहीं चाहिए.
Sir, it is like similar
Yes,
to
sir.
a
Yes, sir.
central
Yes, sir.
dogma of a protein formation.
Exactly.
Sir.
So sequence is not needed for function,
Yes,
it
sir.
is needed for the structure. तो सीक्वेंस क्या है? नीड है.
स्ट्रक्चर ओनली.
फंक्शन के लिए सीक्वेंस नीड है या कंपल्सन है?
For it is no, sir.
No.
No, sir.
It's
It is
required,
need
sir.
only
Otherwise,
for developing a structure.
So I am asking you now, sequence is a need for function or it is a compulsion for the function?
Sequence is a compulsion
depends
and
in
structure
which
is
set.
It's
needed.
a compulsion.
No, actually, it depends.
Unless you don't have a proper sequence. अगर आपके पास proper sequence नहीं है, तो आपको proper structure नहीं मिलेगा. इसलिए आपका function नहीं. वो sequence
But
क्या
sir,
हुई?
what I want to say is,
Yes.
in which
Depends
atmosphere you
on-
are working, like if you are working in
Sir, function is different thing and structure
if you are
different.
working in an in vitro condition and if you have a proper
So-
structure protein, you can work
So
on.
let us not put too many ifs and buts. See, listen, let us not put so many ifs and buts. Let us discuss in general. Okay, so sequence is needed for structure and structure is needed for function. Now to sum it up, if I ask you a simple question, sequence is not needed for the function, but it is a compulsion for the function. Unless and until you don't have a proper sequence, you don't have a proper structure. So when it comes down to function,
Okay, sir.
function is always closer to structure and not to the sequence. If you denature a protein, will it lose its function?
No.
If you denature a protein, will it lose its function?
Yes.
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
If you boil an
Yes,
enzyme, will
yes,
it
yes.
lose its activity?
If the
Yes.
protein is denatured,
Yes.
how it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
If a protein, if an enzyme is
Because the
denatured,
structure is changed.
yeah, if you boil an enzyme, what will happen? What is changing?
Denature.
Sequence is- structure is. So what is changing?
Structure may
is
changes.
changing.
Structure change.
Sequence is not changing, but structure is changing. Getting this? So basic thing is that
Yes.
structure is important for the function, not the sequence. But sequence is important to get that structure. इसलिए sequence मजबूरी है, जरूरत नहीं है. Now, if I am not talking about enzymes or proteins, also this is true. We and our students have always misunderstood between need and compulsions. एग्जाम में मार्क्स चाहिए तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा. अगर अच्छा रिजल्ट लाना है तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा. इसमें जरूरत क्या है? जरूरत अच्छे रिजल्ट की है. मजबूरी क्या है? पढ़ना पड़ेगा. ये पढ़ेगा वर्ड इटसेल्फ सजेस्ट कंपल्जन. So when it comes to protein structure function relationship, we must understand first thing how important is to get this structure going. And it so much depends on the folding. One sequence can fold into many different ways. So let us talk about this folding problem. Now if you have on left side in red font, you have that sequence. And how will it fold? That is the folding problem. So any given sequence, how does it fold? Now this is a very big problem in understanding biology. In spite of all our efforts, we are still not very clear. Looking at the sequence, we cannot say how it will fold. So these predictions are most difficult thing that is being done in bioinformatics today. That is the central problem in biology. How it does it fold? If we are clear with this particular thing, if we master this, looking at the sequence, we can say, yes, this sequence will fold like this. Lots of answers to the complicated questions in biology will come. What happens inside a cell is so fascinating. Suppose an E. coli cell or a cell inside your intestine or any cell in any body, in any living thing. When translation takes place, within seconds, that cell will fold that protein. Yes or no? It
Yes,
does
sir.
not have any issue at all. Now you and me can do it with our most efficient computers by energy calculations. Levinthal paradox is all about that. Effinson hypothesis in 1982 is well accepted. What it says is, if you calculate free energy of a folded protein, the lowest free energy is the energy where the protein exists in its native form. So our task has become simpler after that, or made possible by this acceptance of this hypothesis, that lowest minimum free energy is what we have to calculate. Now what it says here, you may read along with me. If each residue assumes 3 different positions. So if there is a small protein, say 100 amino acids, each of these amino acids has its side chain, and these side chains can be arranged in many different ways. Let us assume it is arranged only in 3 different ways. Now, changing this using all permutations and combinations, total structures that can be generated out of this 100 amino acid protein, where each residue is occupying only 3 positions, you can generate 5 into 10 raised to 47 structures. Our supercomputer can calculate energy. Computer का job क्या है? With software program, what it has to do is, it has to fold a protein, calculate the energy, unfold the protein. Fold the protein, calculate the energy, unfold the protein. Fold the protein, calculate the energy, unfold the protein. Like that, it can do this for 10 raised to 13 times in 1 second. So it can flip through 10 raised to 13 structures in 1 second. That is the speed at which our computers work. If we have to flip through all these structures, 5 into 10 raised to 47, this same computer will require 10 raised to 27 years. In other words, one small protein folding can be solved by a supercomputer in 10 raised to 27 years. What is the paradox in this? That same protein in that cell, in your cell, will take few seconds to do. Now this is because it exactly knows and we do not know. This is the whole problem of the protein folding. There is one more problem, inverse protein folding problem. in earlier case, in protein folding problem, we say there is a sequence and this sequence folds into a what kind of structure that we do not know. This is inverse. Here we are knowing the structure, we want to know its sequence. आप बताइए ऐसा कब हो सकता है? ऐसी सिचुएशन कब आती है जब हमारे पास स्ट्रक्चर है लेकिन ये स्ट्रक्चर कौन सी सीक्वेंस से मिलता है वो नहीं पता है.
So if we find some new protein from any newly discovered organism, in that case it can happen.
Okay. Anyone else try? ऐसी सिचुएशन कब आती है जब हमको स्ट्रक्चर पता है लेकिन सीक्वेंस नहीं पता?
New discovery.
Sir, when we have purified that protein and had depicted the structure.
So
sometimes mutation occur and some different product is produced, like some toxins is produced. Then we can find out the structure, but we don't know what sequence is mutated. So on that condition, we can't have the sequence, but we can predict the structure.
With X-ray crystallography, you get 3D structure. You don't get sequence there.
So when we
Possibly not.
design synthetic, a compound is in a synthetic way.
Yeah.
Angiotensin converting enzyme. Sir, I guess in case of COVID-19, we have initially a structure of angiotensin converting enzyme, that is spike protein, but we were not having a sequence. Then after it was sequence, and then we came to know about the total functionality of that particular spike protein.
Okay. Anyone else wants to try? You can read the last line. Crucial problem in drug design. And you will
Yeah,
be
sir.
closer to
Yeah,
that.
drug designing. जब हम synthetic design कर रहे हैं, कोई lab में designing कर रहे हैं. We know the problem, but हम उसको design कर रहे हैं कि उसकी drug क्या होनी चाहिए.
मतलब लैब में मतलब कहाँ? कौन सी लैब में?
So
Dry, sir, dry when we are designing the drug. The structure is predicted, but we don't know the sequence of that.
So ये रेड कलर
So
का
we
जो
know the
आपको
organic
red color का है.
composition.
ये रेड कलर का जो प्रोटीन दिख रहा है आपको, छोटा सा प्रोटीन है, वो कहाँ है? लैब में कहाँ है?
Computer, inside the computer.
Exactly. Now we are getting to it. Okay. So, madam, ये सही है that this protein we have designed it in our through computational methods. Now it is existing inside our computer. We want to give it to a patient. So, what are the steps?
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
You have to. Hello? Hello?
You are not audible,
Hello?
sir.
Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
सुनाई दे रहा है अभी?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, this is the crucial problem of drug designing, where this the protein that we have designed, say it is blocking a pathogen. So it's a small protein which is going to work as a drug. Now we want to synthesize this protein, so we have to clone a gene inside a host, and then we produce that protein somehow. Now it expresses and it produces a protein. What is the guarantee that this particular sequence will produce a protein which will fold into this same structure which we are seeing in the computer? Now that is the whole issue. So, स्क्रीन दिख रहा है कि बंद हो गया?
स्क्रीन बंद हो गया सर.
हाँ, okay. So, what we were discussing is that particular protein which is there inside our computer has to be synthesized, has to be biologically produced in some organism. What is the guarantee that it will fold into the same thing that we see in the computer? There is no guarantee. Now suppose if we see that inside that computer and what is produced is different, problem hoga? They are different in structure. Will there be any problem?
Yes.
Yes, definitely there will be problem. The whole exercise will go waste. So, the whole issue is about getting that proper structure. Once you get that proper structure, then only the story will go ahead. That is inverse protein folding problem. So two protein folding problems. One, if we know the sequence, what will be, how it will fold. If we know the structure, what type of sequence is required to generate this structure. That protein structure, which you all know, and I'll flip through the slides, 3 or 4 slides quickly. Amino acid, you know this basic unit of protein. There are 20 amino acids. Now, if you see these amino acids and try to spend some time thinking about these amino acids, I have shown them in different colors. Hydrophobic hai, hydrophilic hai, acidic hai, basic hai. Within that also, there are more than one varieties available. What these 20 amino acids do is, they give so many different versatile properties. When nature combines these proteins in a particular way to generate a protein, actually this can be done to generate infinite number of proteins with various different properties. Now one question here is every amino acid important in a protein? Suppose there is a protein of 300 amino acids. What is important? Amino acid is important. Which amino acid? Which type of amino acid?
Yes, sir.
How
Amino
does the
acids-
nature can choose?
Amino acids present in catalytic site which actually interact with the substrate. They are the important amino acids. You can alter other amino acids.
So can we replace few amino acids? Can we replace few amino acids without losing
Yes.
function?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can replace.
Any amino acid?
Many amino acids we can replace without altering the function.
So now it means that you can replace some amino acids, you cannot replace others. So if I say, if there is tyrosine, can I replace tyrosine anywhere?
Tyrosine.
Tyrosine can be sir, replaced by phenylalanine or tryptophan.
Yeah, so to put my
All
point
these
here,
are
yes, I got that you got it. I understood that you got it. Yes, so what you mean to say is, I want to put my point like this. In a cricket team, there are bowlers. In bowlers, there are fast bowlers, spin bowlers.
Yes.
There are the wicket keeper. There is
Yes.
wicket keeper batsman. There are batsmen. In
Yes.
batsmen also there are opening batsmen, middle order. Are they different from each other?
Yes.
Now the question is, one of player is injured. You have to replace that player by another player.
Yes.
So which player? So like is replaced by like.
Hmm.
Sometimes it happens that in order to increase the bowling strength, a batsman is compromised. And end result might be the team loses. That's loss of activity. Then there are certain players who are in form and great players. Many times it has happened, if they are replaced, the team loses. So when it comes to a protein, it is similar situation. So about 40% of amino acids are replaceable. So you have those amino acids which can be replaced by any other amino acid, doesn't matter. There are another 40% amino acids which cannot be replaced by any amino acid, but it would be replacement by similar amino acid. So an acidic amino acid with acidic, like he said just now, an aromatic amino acid replaced by another aromatic amino acid. And there are 20% or even lesser than that. Those amino acids you cannot just replace. If you replace, it will affect the function of the protein. It may have small influence, it may have total loss of activity. So it is actually not how many amino acids can be replaced. It is which amino acid is replaced by, so what it is doing at that position. So note down this point that amino acids become important in the function of the protein by virtue of their position. So a serine at a particular position is important. Same serine at some other position may not be important. We'll move ahead with that point. Peptide bond, you know, so there is COOH group, there is amino group, and they engage each other to form a peptide bond. So two amino acids make a dipeptide, and then a tripeptide, tetrapeptide, and polypeptide. Primary structure, that is your amino acid sequence. Secondary structure, alpha helix, beta sheet, and tertiary structure, that is your three-dimensional structure. And then when there are more than one subunits, you get a quaternary structure. So subunits interact with each other through quaternary structure. Basic units, you all know, alpha helix, beta sheets. So the protein structure, when it is described, or in bioinformatics also, we do it like this. There are three types of structural element: helix, extended regions, so H, E, and others, that is O, that is the loop regions. Left side box, it shows 3D structures, and the right side you see the quaternary structure. Now there is a close relationship between protein structure and function. Now while I was beginning with my first slide, structure, sequence, structure, and function relationship, many of the participants talked many good things about very good specific examples. These examples included some enzymes, they included some hormones, receptors, antibodies. COVID का example दिया, some enzymes का, active site का दिया, substrate binding का दिया. All these are so closely related with the structure. Now two different sequences, two different structures, but active sites are similar, then the function is very easily and similarly done. We'll see some examples later on. Now I picked up some textbook examples from my routine slides from enzyme mechanisms. And these few examples I am going to give you just to let us have an idea about how closely the structure and function is associated. Now this is a single unit, a monomeric unit protein, single polypeptide chain. And I have shown two ways of displaying this protein. One is cartoon drawing on the right side with black background. With white background, you can see a space fill model. Now, if you look at the space fill model, there is a cleave. बीच में दो पर्वतों के बीच में जैसे खाई है on the right side. Now this cleavage, this cleft which is formed, that is where the active site is located in this protein. In the right hand side diagram, if you see, there is something binding in the same region. Now that binding is of an inhibitor which stays there for some time so that the studies can be done. So normally when active site studies are done, substrates are not useful. Reason being, substrate will be quickly converted into product. So by the time some analysis is done, it's gone. Some chemical methods are there which can trap the substrate and keep it at that point, that place, for a little longer. Or an alternative is use some inhibitors which have longer binding with the active site so that it can be studied. So this is where the active site is. So एक लेफ्ट साइड में सबस्ट्रेट नहीं है, राइट साइड में सबस्ट्रेट दिखाया, सबस्ट्रेट एनालॉग दिखाया है. So this reddish color, maroon color thing is the analog that is binding into the active site. Now this is how it works. Are you able to see the animation?
Yes, sir.
So on
Yes, sir.
this is
Yes, sir.
substrate, and see the cleavage has taken place. Now if you see on both sides of the substrate, there are two amino acids, glutamate 35 and aspartate 52. So this 35 and 52 is their number on their primary structure. So sequence में उनका number 35 आता है glutamate का और aspartate का 52. बीच में जो दिखाया वो substrate है. Now this substrate, and that is the bond which is being cleaved, and this is a hydrolytic reaction. So water is coming. यहाँ animation में इतना slow दिखाया है, लेकिन ये 10⁵ molecules are converted in 1 second's time. So it is very fast. So एक साथ होता है ये सब. But the point which I want to make through this is there are two amino acids on either side of the substrate, and these two are involved in the catalysis. Now see, if you see, there is glutamate attacking water. Water becomes hydroxyl ion, and then it attacks the substrate, and then the product is formed. Now coming to the structure function relationship, I am showing you two figures here, with and without a substrate analog. On the left side, if you see, it is the same cleft जो हमने पहले देखी थी, वही cleft है, और उसके दोनों साइड आप देखें तो ये दो अमीनो एसिड्स है, glutamate and aspartate. So they are like रिवर के दो बैंक है, और वो दो बैंक के ऊपर एक तरफ ग्लूटामेट है, दूसरी तरफ एस्पार्टेट है, और बीच में रिवर की खाई है जहां पे सबस्ट्रेट बाइंड होना है. Now the suitable substrate is a hexamer. So 6 units will bind at the same time. What you are seeing in the right side is not a substrate because it is a tetramer. So the last unit is the fourth unit, which is close to these two amino acids. Just imagine two more units here, and you can see the sessile bond coming right in front of these two amino acids, glutamate and aspartate. Now, if these positions are not there, then this reaction cannot occur. Now, contribution of all amino acids is so critical. It is not about glutamate and aspartate only, but in order to hold the substrate in its position, there are many other amino acids involved. And in order to maintain this cleft in its position, lot of other amino acids are involved, which will in general support the framework of the entire protein. So this structure, unless it is formed, this protein cannot work. Another example is serine proteases. Now in serine proteases, I'll discuss two examples here. One is subtilisin, another is chymotrypsin. Can you give me the difference between subtilisin and chymotrypsin? Both are serine proteases. In terms of evolution. Hello?
Yes, sir.
From the point of view of evolution, can you tell me what is the difference between subtilisin and chymotrypsin? We are coming down to that point which some of you made during this structure function relationship. That first slide.
Sir, some conserved sequence that we have heard, but the correlation between these two amino acids with that is not known
One
to
important
us.
thing.
So please explain us in little details.
Streptolysin is a bacterial serine protease. Okay. And chymotrypsin is eukaryotic. So streptolysin is prokaryotic, chymotrypsin is eukaryotic. This is very interesting example. The interesting thing about this is there is no evolutionary relationship between the two. So chymotrypsin is not evolved out of streptolysin. Now here if you see, green color is chymotrypsin and red color is streptolysin. I have tried to superimpose these two things in best possible way. Now carefully look at the structure and tell me, do they match?
No.
कुछ मैचिंग दिखता है आपको?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No. There is no homology. Okay, let me ask you this question first. What is homology?
Equal, sir.
Similarity.
Structural similarity. Structural similarity.
Structural similarity or sequence similarity?
Homology is the sequence similarity.
And functional difference.
Hello? Sequence similarity as well as structure similarity.
Any other answer?
Sir, homology includes the similarity in sequence.
वो तो समझ गए और कोई आंसर है? और कोई
में भी हो सकता है।
और कोई आंसर?
लोकेशन ऑफ की रेसिड्यूज इन एक्टिव साइट।
होमोलॉजी का इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं। ओके, दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं। दो लड़के एक जैसे दिखते हैं इसलिए वो भाई है।
The origin should be looked upon.
Now I am asking another question out of the
Yes, sir.
out of biochemistry books.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Homology is nothing but the having similar sequence with structure, but functions are different.
Okay, fine. So this sequence and structure ये आंसर हो गए। और कोई आंसर देना है किसी को?
Functions are different, sir.
अच्छा, ये दूसरा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, इसमें इजी रहेगा। दो लड़के एक जैसे दिखते हैं इसलिए भाई, राइट और
Homozygotic twins, sir.
दो लड़के एक
May not be right, sir. May not be right always.
अच्छा, दूसरा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ। दो लड़के भाई है इसलिए एक जैसे दिखते हैं।
No, sir.
Which one is correct?
No, sir. No.
Both are not correct.
Both are not correct. लेकिन भाई है।
The second one is actually example of homology and that is correct. दोनों भाई है इसीलिए सेम जैसे दिखते हैं।
इसलिए सेम दिख सकते हैं। ओके। लेकिन दो
No,
वो भाई
no.
नहीं तो मुझे ये बताइए आप कि वो दो भाई है वो सेम दिखते हैं इसलिए भाई है कि अलग दिखते हैं इसलिए भाई है?
Not necessary, sir.
It's a
Not
common
necessary, sir.
ancestors based on genes.
Okay, you answer my question. I am asking you, ये दो भाई
If they are twins, if they are identical.
Don't put any which but इसे twins नहीं है तो भाई तो है ना?
It's a common ancestor.
और twins नहीं हो एक जैसे
Genetically same. Common ancestors.
So they are biological brothers, sir.
हाँ, दो लड़के भाई है वो सेम दिखते हैं इसलिए भाई है कि अलग दिखते हैं इसलिए भाई है? Are they brothers because they look same? Or are they brothers because they don't look same?
So ancestors common है इसलिए.
Same dictate, same dictate.
Let us put an end to this argument. These two are brothers because they have common parents. अगर वो एक जैसे दिखे तो भी भाई है, नहीं दिखे तो भी भाई है कि नहीं?
ये भाई है. Yes sir.
हाँ, तो होमोलॉजी क्या हुई?
The
Genetical similar.
origin of the gene sequence is not-
Sequentially same.
Homology has,
it requires it should
Sequentially
be
same.
homology has only one meaning, sir. Homology means common ancestral origin. Whether it is same, still it is homologous. If it is different, then also it is homologous.
Yes,
दो
sir.
भाई एक जैसे दिखते हैं तो भी भाई हैं, नहीं दिखते हैं तो भी भाई हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि
sir.
उनके पेरेंट्स एक हैं. ओके, नाउ फिर भी हम जब होमोलॉजी की बात, हाँ, आप अपने क्लास में क्वेश्चन जब पूछेंगे तो स्टूडेंट्स भी यही बताएंगे, सीक्वेंस और स्ट्रक्चर की बातें करने लगेंगे. ऐसा क्यों होता है?
Yes sir.
Because we are using this concept of sequence similarity to predict homology. When we see somebody, किसी को हम मार्केट में मिल जाता है कोई, तो उसको फेस देख के हमको लगता है ये सो एंड सो का भाई है शायद.
Yes,
सेम वे वी ट्राई टू प्रेडिक्ट. उसको जाके पूछते भी है, तुम मिस्टर मेहता के भाई हो? वो बोलेगा हाँ. आपको कैसे पता है? आप दोनों एक जैसे दिखते हैं. यू मे बी राइट, यू मे बी रॉन्ग, बट यू प्रेडिक्ट. तो सीक्वेंस और स्ट्रक्चर की सिमिलरिटी की जो बात आती है वो प्रेडिक्शन की बात है. होमोलॉजी के कोई मायने नहीं है अदर. होमोलॉजी का एक ही मतलब है कॉमन एंसेस्ट्रल ओरिजिन. नाउ कमिंग टू दिस स्ट्रक्चर, कमिंग डाउन टू दिस
Sir,
now look at this structure.
Excuse me, sir.
Do they match?
Sir, around 40% of the sequence remain conserved.
Yeah.
And because of that, it will show the similarities.
हाँ, उसको
Maybe.
एनालॉगस, उसको होमोलॉगस नहीं, उसको एनालॉगस बोलते हैं.
Analogous बोलते हैं. It may be a paralogous or orthologous.
और पैरालॉगस और ऑर्थोलॉगस होमोलॉगस है, लेकिन नॉन होमोलॉगस रिजेम्बलेंस इज एनालॉगस. वो सचिन तेंदुलकर का डुप्लीकेट नहीं देखा था, वो देवानंद का डुप्लीकेट नहीं देखा था, उसको एनालॉगस बोलते हैं.
And it is the like theory that in the world around 40 people having the same similarity looking like you.
उसका एक इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो भी आया था. सही है. नाउ सी, लेट अस कम टू दिस स्ट्रक्चर नाउ. कैन वी प्रेडिक्ट एनी होमोलॉजी आउट ऑफ दिस? No. And they are not homologous. Okay. So chymotrypsin and subtilisin evolutionary relationship बीच में नहीं है इन दोनों के. Now I'll show you another structure with 3 amino acids. These 3 amino acids are serine, histidine and aspartate. Entire structure ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट कर दिया और खाली ये 3 अमीनो एसिड्स को ठीक रखे मैंने. डू दे मैच?
No.
Now they perfectly superimpose on each other.
No, sir.
Yes, yes.
And these are the amino acids involved in catalysis. That means in these 2 evolutionarily unrelated proteins, they function by same mechanism. Both are serine proteases and both work in the same way because their structures are similar, or that part of structure which matters is similar. किसने बोला था जब फर्स्ट स्लाइड दिखाया था, तब किसी ने बोला था ये बात? एक्टिव साइट की बात कही थी, सबस्ट्रेट बाइंडिंग साइट की बात कही थी, कैटालिसिस की बात कही थी. Somebody was giving long explanation on that. ये वो बात हो रही है. So the entire framework is weird, but what matters for the function, that part perfectly matches. So there is another conclusion that function is required for the structure. Structure is required for the function, but that part of the structure which is involved in function is must. So this is that part. This is serine, histidine, and aspartate. Try to see these two things. Now, in first one, you are seeing an H ion. And why these three amino acids have to be arranged in such a way that the activity happens. The secret of this activity is aspartate will pull a proton because it is so close to histidine, it can pull a proton from histidine. Histidine becomes net negatively charged, it will pull a proton from serine. And serine becomes hyperactive. नीचे वाला slide में नीचे वाला structure देखिए. That is active serine. Now this is the serine 195 in a chymotrypsin. Same serine वहाँ subtiliation में 221 पे है. This serine is because it is in a catalytic triad in company with histidine and aspartate. ये तीन अमीनो एसिड इस तरह से अरेंज होते हैं कि ये प्रोटॉन पुल कर लेंगे तो सीरीन को एक्टिवेट कर देंगे. जब सीरीन एक्टिवेट हो जाएगा तो वो एक्शन में आएगा. These serine proteases have 27 serines in their entire protein structure. But only one serine is important. Why? Because it is in company with histidine and aspartate. ये ट्राइड बनता है इसलिए ये सीरीन इंपॉर्टेंट है. अदरवाइज ये सीरीन का कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं. तो कोई भी सीरीन आप चेंज कर दीजिए कुछ नहीं होगा. लेकिन सीरीन 195 अगर आपने चेंज किया टोटल लॉस ऑफ एक्टिविटी. सो दिस इज हाउ इट वर्क्स. बीच में जो दिख रहा है वो सबस्ट्रेट है. सीरीन 195 एक्टिवेट हो गया, उसने अटैक किया और हिस्टिडीन ने प्रोटॉन पुल आउट किया, फर्स्ट प्रोडक्ट रिलीज हो गया एंड देन हाइड्रोलिसिस विल टेक प्लेस एंड नाउ द होल गेम is based on the pulling of the proton by these three amino acids. तो ये तीन अमीनो एसिड्स की एक्टिव साइट के अंदर पोजीशन जो होनी चाहिए अगर ऐसी ही है तो ही ये फंक्शन होगा. That is how this structure is related to the function. One more important thing is oxyanion hole. एक ग्लाइसिन होता है 193 पोजीशन पे सीरीन के नजदीक में. वो दोनों की साइड चेन्स इस तरह से स्पेस में आती है that it creates a kind of a charge. एक ब्लैक होल जैसा बना देता है ऑक्सीएनायन होल. वहां क्या होता है? वहां कुछ नहीं होता है, सिर्फ चार्ज होता है. और वो चार्ज अगर उस पोजीशन पे अमीनो एसिड्स ऐसे सेट होते हैं तो उस चार्ज की वजह से the rate of reaction increases by about 10,000 times. That is the importance of positioning of these two amino acids. So if you change glycine, activity would go down. I was talking about other amino acids. Now this is catalytic triad. Okay. Other than the catalytic triad, there are large number of other amino acids like this. Whatever you can see in this, see it has formed a nice beautiful pocket. What is the importance of this pocket? A substrate will sit inside. If you look at the substrate, this substrate has an aromatic hydrophobic side chain. ये chymotrypsin का है. मतलब क्या हुआ कि एक्टिविटी पॉकेट इस तरह का है कि बाइंडिंग विल टेक्स प्लेस ओनली नियर हाइड्रोफोबिक अमीनो एसिड्स. So that becomes its cleavage site.
And hydrophobic acids.
So that is where it will cleave. So chymotrypsin कहाँ कट करेगा? वहां कट करेगा. हर सीरीन प्रोटीज वहां कट करेगा? नहीं. देखो काइमोट्रिप्सिन कट करेगा, ऐसे ट्रिप्सिन नहीं करेगा, ऐसे इलास्टेज नहीं करेगा. हर एक के एक्टिविटी सबस्ट्रेट बाइंडिंग पॉकेट्स अलग अलग है. So again on a protein it is endopeptidase. So again on a protein where it will cut again will also depend on the activity pocket. So the active site is comprised of so many other amino acids which are involved in binding. So proper amino acids से proper pocket बनता है. Proper pocket will enable proper binding, and once the binding is there, the catalytic triad will come into action and it will cleave the protein. So this is how the structure will support the function. Another good example is carboxypeptidase. I'll quickly tell you, I'll not discuss the mechanism, but there is a tyrosine 248 arm. Now see, this activity depends on bound water. In aqueous system, there is lot of solvation, and there would be water bound to the protein. Now, this is an example of induced fit. What it will do, this green color, if you see in this structure, on upper side you have green tyrosine 248 shown in green color, that is far away from zinc. When substrate binds, the flexible protein moves in such a way that this entire arm comes so close with the active center. In fact, it covers the active center. So whatever free water is existing, that would be squeezed out because of hydrophobicity. Only bound water will remain, and then the action will take place. So this is the activity pocket, and this H2O which is shown, that is bound water. So this water is fixed between these two amino acids in such a way that it can attack the substrate, and then the products are released. Another very, very interesting example is hemoglobin. In fact, you will bow down to nature. How beautifully it has arranged. I will talk only about its structure and the importance. Now, what is its function? Hemoglobin का function क्या है?
Transportation of gaseous material inside the human, oxygen and carbon dioxide transportation, sir.
कहाँ से कहाँ?
From the alveoli of the lungs to the different organs, and from different organs to the lungs.
Okay. So oxygen is carried from different organs to the lungs also?
Not sure, sir. Generally, no.
Hemoglobin is also important for
No.
Hemoglobin is also good for the buffer.
Okay. It carries oxygen
Maintain
from
the
lungs.
pH of blood.
It carries oxygen from lungs to tissue. True?
Yes, yes.
It carries carbon
Lungs to
dioxide from tissue to lungs. True?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes.
मतलब जब हीमोग्लोबिन लंग्स से टिश्यू में जाता है, उस वक्त ऑक्सीजन उस पे बैठ जाता है. तो क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो ऑक्सीजन बैठ जाता है, उसको कैसे पता ये हीमोग्लोबिन लंग टिश्यू की तरफ जा रहा है? बॉम्बे टू गोवा, गोवा टू बॉम्बे. अच्छा, इसके डिटेल में हम नहीं जाते हैं. Participants, please pay attention. I am asking this biochemical question to you. How does the hemoglobin know whether how does the oxygen know whether the hemoglobin is going from lungs to tissues so that it will bind? Okay. We'll leave it to that. Leave it at this point and move ahead. Now this hemoglobin, जो बीच में ग्रे कलर का है, वो porphyrin ring है, बीच में एक आयरन बैठा है. On either side you have two histidines. F887 is called as proximal histidine. Other side there is histidine E758. दोनों blue color में दिखा है. That is distal histidine. Now positioning of these two histidine is so important. If you see that red dot in the center of the porphyrin ring, what is that?
Iron.
It's iron.
बीच में
Iron element.
आयरन है, वो फिट हुआ है बीच में कि थोड़ा बाहर की तरफ है? Little outside towards this proximal histidine. Yeah. So it looks like iron को कोई रिंग से बाहर की तरफ खींच रहा है. Now this particular arrangement is so important for the binding of oxygen. What is the function of hemoglobin?
Sir, it is for transferring the oxygen, but sir, the role of 2,3-bis phosphoglycerate also increase and decrease the affinity of hemoglobin towards the oxygen. When 2,3-bis phosphoglycerate binds to hemoglobin, it normally reduces the affinity.
Yes.
So, sir, how do we correlate this with the affinity of binding with the oxygen for hemoglobin? Sir?
I'll let you know. First, let us finish up this point. This oxygen binding, if I say function of hemoglobin is binding of oxygen, is it true?
No, it got more
Yes, sir.
affinity towards carbon dioxide actually. If you partial pressure, if you take, it got more affinity towards the carbon dioxide and less to the carbon dioxide.
No, what is the
Sorry.
function of hemoglobin? Binding to oxygen, true or yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, both it will bind
Yes,
with
sir.
carbon dioxide
Yes.
as well as oxygen.
Exchange of gases.
Is it incomplete?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, it is not
Is it
complete. Not complete, sir. I want to share something. Like if we
You complete now.
yeah, if we try to see the structure of isolated heme, in that case we will find that the iron atom as well as the other carbon which are attached to this iron group both are present in a straight line plane, right? But due to the
Right.
presence of histidine in the central crevices of that particular site, the structure of carbon, the association between carbon and iron is slightly tilt toward some side, and actually this thing is basically
I got your point, sir. I got your point.
Yeah.
Sir, I got your point. Exactly. Now, what he wants to say, आपका नाम बताइए, please.
Sir, my name is Dr. Utpalendu Ghosh from West Bengal.
वेस्ट बंगाल. सर, मैं आपकी बात थोड़ी अलग तरीके से मेरे रिक्वायरमेंट की तरह से मैं सेट करूंगा. Now see, what he means to say is oxygen binding is one part of the function. Release of the oxygen is another part of the function. And rebinding of next oxygen is also required. Because hemoglobin is a transporter. It is not an oxygen binding protein. एक बार ऑक्सीजन को पकड़ लिया तो छोड़ेगा नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. कहने का मतलब है कि हीमोग्लोबिन ऑक्सीजन की मां नहीं है, आया है. It has to carry the child and then give it away. And for that, what he was explaining is true that it has to bind in such a way that it binds and unbinds so easily. And for that, it requires this kind of stretching of the ring, and the iron goes little bit away from the frame. Next line में मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. Like this one. So the blue color that you see is actually the position of iron when it goes towards the histidine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Hello. Hello.
नेटवर्क इशू है.
वाली जो बात
sir, voice is breaking, sir.
उसमें भी एक रिलेशन.
So we are not getting what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Voice breaking.
Yeah, बिसफॉस्फोग्लिसरेट का क्वेश्चन पूछा था.
सर आवाज आ रही नहीं सर. सर आवाज नहीं आ रही.
सर नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम था.
The voice
हैंग
is
हो गया था
breaking.
Yes.
हैंग नहीं हुआ है वो. उसकी मूवमेंट 25 टाइम्स सेट की है मैंने. Okay. This is another animation showing the same thing. Now, if you see this, yeah, आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, आ रही सर. आ रही सर. आ रही सर.
Sir, with this theory, I just would like to.
देखो बीच में दो कैविटी है. Yeah.
हाँ.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, the role of pentose phosphate pathway is like there is a confusion between these two pathways. Like the way you are trying to explain the binding and releasing of oxygen with hemoglobin, and the way people are trying to explain with the pentose phosphate pathway for the same function of the hemoglobin. So, sir, can you please explain in detail how do we can correlate these two things?
No, I'm not clear with your question. If you know anything about it, please explain.
Sir, actually, there is a very well-known pathway, that is hexose monophosphate shunt pathway, sir.
Okay.
So that phosphate shunt pathway is used to explain that whenever 2,3-phosphoglycerate binds with the hemoglobin, the
Yeah.
affinity of hemoglobin towards oxygen decreases.
Yeah.
And this is how once it binds
Yeah.
in the alveolar tissue to the oxygen, and once it carries to any tissue, the 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate binds with the hemoglobin and thus oxygen releases.
Yeah, true.
And at the same time, from that tissue, carbon dioxide binds with the hemoglobin.
Correct. So
And when it comes,
we are
because
talking
of
about
the partial.
Yeah, let me first address this bisphosphoglycerate issue, and then we'll move ahead. Okay.
Yeah, sir, please.
So in the center,
Yes,
if you see, there is a space in the center of the tetramer. बीच में जगह है. Now that is where the bisphosphoglycerate goes and sits. Okay. Now the affinity, the performance depends on two states of the polypeptides, the tense and relaxed. When bisphosphoglycerate is sitting inside, it will retard the conversion from tense to relaxed. When that happens, the affinity will slightly decrease.
Yes.
Like you talked about the shunt pathway, there is one more example of fetal hemoglobin. How does a mother gives away the fetal the oxygen to the fetus? There also the same game takes place, that the bisphosphoglycerate is kicked out when the tense is converted to relaxed. Thus, the fetus has little higher affinity for oxygen, so mother does not give. Fetus snatches the oxygen. So in the game of affinity, there is one more player, that is bisphosphoglycerate, which has a tendency to sit inside this cavity, in the middle of this cavity, and retard the conversion of tense to relaxed. In other words, if bisphosphoglycerate is there, if it is bound, conversion of tense to relax is retarded. Okay, so that's another beautiful story of the binding. One small change will lead to the bisphosphoglycerate binding will not take place.
Sorry to interrupt. Sir, is it true that in fetus and small babies, the alpha hemoglobin is higher than the other one, so that the affinity towards oxygen in fetus is much higher?
No, there is only one small change, and one amino acid is replaced by another amino acid. Thereby, it will have 2 alpha and 2 gamma chains. So these chains are little different. Anybody who is knowing about details of the structure can tell you, or you can read it in books or in Google. Okay, so that's one small change, and fetal hemoglobin is different like that. Another example is ATKs. I can give you many examples, but we can move ahead.
Sir, sir, excuse me. I want to share something. Like in fetal hemoglobin, the chains are alpha to delta 2, and in alpha to gamma 2, and then it becomes alpha to delta 2, and finally in adult we have alpha to gamma 2. Now this bisphosphate or BPG, this actually binds with the beta chain, right, and distorted structure. Now, as in adult like us, we have got alpha to beta 2. So in that case, bisphosphate DPG or BPG has affinity to bind with that and retard the binding of oxygen. But in fetus, this BPG does the hemoglobin is constituted by alpha to gamma 2. So their beta is not present, and in that case, BPG don't have the opportunity to bind to hemoglobin.
Correct. So end result is it will have little more affinity as compared to adult. That is how it is able to snatch oxygen from the mother. Okay. Now, thank you so much for that addendum. Allosteric enzyme, ATKase. Now, ATKase is 12 units. Big enzyme. And this, it binds to substrates and converts that into product is under feedback regulation. So there are two types of subunits, catalytic and regulatory, and their interactions also is purely based on the structure. So these are the catalytic subunits and these are regulatory subunits. So regulatory subunits and catalytic subunits, they impart the allosteric properties like this way. If CTP binds, the enzyme gets converted to T state. If ATP binds, the enzyme gets converted to R state. R state, you know, is more active. T state is less active. So it slows down the enzyme. That means whenever the substrate is available, the enzyme works faster. When end product gets accumulated, it will stop the enzyme. That is how the feedback regulation level takes place. Okay, so now you may add to the information before we start the next topic. We are going to break here for 5 minutes or so. Lekin participants are quite knowledgeable. You may please share your whatever knowledge you have. You can give some examples if you know, where you can justify that yes, there is so close relationship between structure and function.